weeks ago. Anyway,
Sako lang.
what are the two types of choices, guys? Guys, question number 1 pa lang sa long test.
Moral and non-moral.
Good. Non-moral choices and moral choices. So, please do not confuse non-moral choices with immoral choices. They are totally different. When we say non-moral choices, these are personal choices that are relative to each person. Meaning, there is no right or wrong answer because it will depend on the person's preference, interest, taste, or hobbies, likes, or dislikes. So what may be good for me may not be good for you, or what may not be good for me may be good. Basta muna na. For example, dili yun good sa ako ang adobong atay, but some of you may like it. Or, yeah. So again, when we talk about non-moral or amoral choices, these are more trivial stuff. Like, shall I eat hamburger or spaghetti? Shall I set the alarm at 6 or 6:30? Shall I wear my blue shirt or my red shirt? Whatever your choices may be, will not tell other people na good ka or bad ka na person. Again, these are trivial choices, daily choices that you make in your life. When we talk of moral choices, on the other hand, it is a choice between what is objectively right and what is objectively wrong, and the right or wrong answers follow universal principles. So moral choices will depend on a person's morality, principle, or beliefs in life. So what are the similarities? Both are personal choices that at the end of the day, you make the choice. You are responsible for the choice. But the difference is, again, moral choices is concerned with your meaning and purpose in life. It does not involve the present, but it will consider your past. And of course, you have to think of your future in making these choices. So what are the steps? I will look for this in your long test. Identify the decision made. Consider the possible options. Evaluate the consequences of each option. Reflect and pray. And decide on what you will do and act on it. Okay? So that's that for... By the way, open notes ta ha sa long test. But notes, not notes sa inyong phone.
Pwede printed.
Sige na lang. Right. Okay. Let's proceed to the next topic, which I believe wala na to na-finish last time. The moral choices. Or moral crisis, rather. So in chapter 23, the little prince met a merchant who is selling pills that would quench one's thirst. And he said, and we said that this symbolizes our or society's moral crisis because of the modern inventions, technologies where everything became faster, easier, and more efficient. The negative consequence or effect led to what we call instant mentality. And what is this instant mentality? It is the love for quick fix and shortcuts. We want immediate gratifications to our desires and our wants. We want immediate solutions to our problems. We also avoid pain and we are afraid of sacrifice. We cannot tolerate pain and sacrifice anymore because we are what we call the pain reliever age, where we turn to drugs and alcohol, cigarette smoking, food, work, or even relationships with convenience in order to heal, kuluhay, or to cure our emotional pains. Also, people are so afraid of sacrificing that they have grown accustomed to comfort and they are afraid or they do not want to work hard. That's why they say, work smart, not hard, pero to the point that we do not put in much effort to our work anymore. We give mediocre work. So we are also inclined to shallow and meaningless relationships. That's why there are so many relationships now na walay label or walay commitments. Ha? And adoption of morality of convenience, meaning something is good if it is painless, or something is good if it is convenient for us. And we also have what we call conditional faith, where we just pick and choose what to believe in. Now, I want us to focus on this, the instant mentality effects. What Mahatma Gandhi called the 7 deadly sins. So first, we have the love for wealth without work. So, there are so many people right now who want to get rich instantly, who wants wealth instantly, pero again, they do not want to work hard for it. Manang ginaingon nila na work smart, not hard, to the point that they manipulate market, they manipulate assets, they manipulate people and things, just so they could gain wealth even if they do not work hard for it. So can you give an example of wealth without work, guys? Gambling? Yes, true. Ha? Kapa, yes, walay sirado, go kapa. Mangutang, okay na, magutang until to the point na nagdagan na sila silang utang. Loan, utang, yes. Pwede ang prostitution. Scamming, yes. Ay, kamusta yung Axie accounts, guys? Wait, wala ko na.
Open-minded ka ba?
I have a friend who was scammed 300,000 because of that Axie scheme. Ito bitang time na di ba murag booming ang Axie ng SLP, is equivalent to 8 pesos. So, moto, kuan siya. Ipa-invest siya o 300,000 itong sponsor. Ang ending, ang iyang manager, kay murag gidaganan siya, di nag-reply sa iya. So, goodbye 300,000. Pila dahil niya? 300. Oh.
So 300 pesos.
And then, I also have a friend na na-scam na modus karon sa GCash where padalan ka kwarta, like let's say 150, and then kung mo-reply ka, alam mo naman siya, inanay ka, you want to get rich, or gusto ko makakwarta, so inanay lang. Mag-comment lang daw ka sa YouTube video or magbili ng review, and every time you leave a review, kay makakwarta din ka. So, at first, you would think na legit siya kay every time you leave a review, tagaan ka kwarta to the point na mer naka-earn siguro 2.5 akong friend. And then after that, tubinan din siya, kung mag-invest ka ani sa among company, mo times 2 imong money. Tubinan siya na mag-invest ka og 50,000 sa among company, mo times 2 imong money. So, akong friend, naambot, nabili niya yung utok sa balay, o yung lingkuran, is naman siya 50K. So, again, there are a lot of scammers, people who text na, nanalo ka ng blah blah blah, call this number,
Grabe na sila, check ito. Wala sila sa pangalan. Wala sila sa pangalan. Azam. Grabe na.
So, matingalan din mo, na may mga inani, na may mga mangingilad. Walay mangingilad kung wala po'y mangingilad. And usually, people are easily fooled because, again, they just want to get rich fast, easily, yes. Next, we have business without morality. So there's this author named Adam Smith who said that every business must have a moral foundation, like how we treat other people, the spirit of benevolence, the spirit of service, contribution. So again, dapat na ay moral foundation ang all economic system. Because if we lose this moral foundation, our society would become amoral or even immoral society. like what is happening right now, where even during the pandemic, diba, daghang kay overpriced na product, ano sa siya?
Christmas.
Ang face mask sa una, kay niabot ni siya 10 pesos isa kay nani, or 25 pesos isa. And then, napay mga
Face shield.
face shield, na niabot og 100 ka pin. Yes.
Hindi ba naka-check ka ng natong Pittsburgh Kit Cake? Ang
Ha?
gagmay kay kids.
Ha?
May pet nga storage ba gagmay kay kids.
Tapos?
Wala rin yung regalo.
Ay, okay, pwede. Oo, dili ka ng, yes, animal cruelty. And speaking of animal cruelty, can you think of something else? Business without morality?
Parang i-test ang product sa
Yes, makeup brands. Testing sa animals.
Ano,
Good.
chair? Kanang ano, chair? Example, chair, sa mga chair.
Mm.
Kanang, kabalo na bitaw sila, chair, nga di ka nila ka ng, example, chair, ningon ko, chair, nga, kuhaan ka na, divisoria, gano'n na yung chair. Sige, 20.
Kana, pwede. Kana basta anything that takes advantage of a person, any business. Pero matong typhoon sa Cebu, na ang water bottle na dapat tag 15 pesos, kinimog 65. So there are a lot of businessmen taking advantage of the situation. What else? Gatong prostitution sa dire, business without morality. Child trafficking, child prostitute, human trafficking, and
So I'm sure business without morality, ay action, pero wala moral compass.
we're making money without conscience at all.
So you're still putting in the work, however you're taking advantage.
Yeah, taking advantage of people. Or like businesses na mag-lay off lang kalitong employees without pasabi, like atong sa Amazon.
Ipatay ba?
Businesses that destroys environment.
Ipatay na yan na sabong chair. Business without morality.
Pwede, may gambling magyapon na siya. Nailat yapon na guys.
Sabong?
Online gamble. Kaya kasi buhay ba?
GS versus attackers.
Right, what else? Drugs! Business without morality. Bahalag makadaot sa society or makadaot sa life people basta kay pwede, pero that would depend on your moral stand. Pwede po.
Mga cigarettes, alcohol, outlets.
Kanang bars na cater of minors. Kana.
Oh no, Juwasa.
Mga bata siya nagpapaligid cigarettes.
Oh,
Child labor.
Comment how.
Next, science without humanity. So, background of the GIF. GIF, sa mga guys. Okay, background of the GIF here is taken from the anime Full Metal Alchemist. Yes, Full Metal Alchemist. So, there was this scientist who was so pressured to create an accomplishment report. He wanted to create a chimera with human abilities. So, the next time that Edward and his brother visited the scientist, kinamay anak ang scientist, no? Natingala na lang sila na naidog, nakasturya, and then gitawag din siya, Kuya Edward, something like that. So, kanili ay dog there is a chimera between the scientist's daughter and her dog. So, ang gibuhat sa scientist, ipatay niya ang both o gi-combine niya just so for the sake of his scientific accomplishment. So, this may be fictional, but there's some truth to it, especially with what is happening right now, where a lot of people who wants to advance science sacrificing our humanity. And there are a lot of people who are also prisoners of technology. Can you think of examples sa science without humanity, guys?
Yung Germany chair sa World War.
Yes, kato. Nazi era. A lot of what we know now sa science o sa psychology was because of their human experiments. Like na experiment na naay kuan group of ay kananay room ng mga Jews inside. Then dignan sa scientist ang isa ka prisoner na if you push this button mugamay ang room. And so abi nila kana knowing bitaw na nay tao mamatay dili push pero ang hitabo if dili daw ka in front sa person na mo suffer, willing ra po daw ka mo inflict of pain sa others. O yun na. A lot of theories of psychology was born out of those human experiments. What else? Do you know that before a medicine is sold sa market, after sa animals, dito din nila i-test sa people sa South Africa. Wala, may mga free na tambal kunukay sa Africa, pero test ko.
Ay, wala siya, dito sa
What else? Albert Einstein, you know what's his biggest regret? The creation of the atomic bomb. Right, lagi kaayo, pero ang iyang discovery ay nagamit sa wrong thing.
Mga to, ano, sir, katong ibumbahan ng barko, sir?
Pearl Harbor.
Ay,
Hindi na
Chemical engineer that work for like say Russia now, chemical weapon.
Pwede, yes. Or even chemical engineers or chemists creating drugs.
ay, sir, sa all of us are dead, sir. Ito, eksperimenta ng katong student na dahil.
Hindi na pa.
Ay, nabakan din siya, sir. Nabakan din ko siya.
Ilan yata siyang anak man yun kaya para maka-fight siya sa bullies mo. O yung ina yun.
Wala siya sabi mo, akan ng
breeze
Sa kwarto. Hindi na kaano din yung
Or coming up with technologies that take away people's jobs and livelihood. Like for example, a machine is created that could do the job of 50 people. It is efficient, pero ang hitabo, there are 50 families na mawalaan o trabaho. Laboratories that create toxic waste, dangers for the environment. Itong bago lang sa Facebook guys mo na nakita ang tail sa tao. Yes, ang tao.
Tail?
Tail, do ka tail.
Ay, huwag na ano, sir, bukog na lang nabilin.
Dili tail din siya. Amputated leg. Nagilap, gibura na siya sa trash bag, gilapay din sa...
Pero siguro ka mag-bili ka na yun sa mga kita mo.
Kita? Hello, study
Pinaka-video, sir.
Ha?
Ano talaga yung laptop?
Mura siya, amputated ng medical cake. Kailangan precise ko kaya ang pagtutol.
Ay, ano, sir, dapat ko nadunggan, sir, during yung sentong, sir, na ang mga patay na daw na body, sir, kada mga remains, sir, igamit daw pang-experiment sa Liceo. Ay, pero patay naman sila.
Well, when you will become nursing students, you have to work with cadavers. Kailan yung mga unclaimed bodies?
Unclean din na, sir. Abi no, palito na.
Bakit yung palit pa nila?
Hindi isa ka tayo ilang di ano.
What if American
Ang ball
citizenship?
niya hindi ka sure kay ilan sa isa ka student.
Kuan ma. Pero supposedly, dili dapat ninyo. Tabunan lang ko dapat na tapoy, anak.
Yung man din na ako check yung matay, di ba? Nakon di ka na
Hindi ba sa biology, ang ako na-try naman kay mag-dissect of frog, which you will someday do, mag-dissect of frog. Pero mag-nursing mo or med student, you have to work with bodies.
Basta dili lang yung katani, sir.
Apil na
Appeal na.
May ilong sila.
Pero paano makamag-nurse?
Ako, sir, ang ate, sir, ba kay ano siya, nagpakuha siya sa umayag tae nga sampol. Wa siya
Naliod to sa...
Siya wa siya nag-expect.
Okay, kaya sa mga ano ba po naliod to? Gusto na ba po mag-banana yun? Okay, next. Politics without principles. Very relevant. Yes, corruption. So we see politicians spending millions of pesos, creating an image, even though it's superficial, it lacks substance, just to get votes and gain office. So very rampant during the election time. Makita tag mga politicians na muinom gikan sa plato, mukaot gikan sa baso, musayaw budots na top 1 senator dayon.
Hello, Blacks.
Mga empty promises like tag 20 na daw ang bukas. Okay. Yes. So we also see politicians doing corrupt deeds in broad daylight. We see people in authority abusing their powers, pulling in special favors, or like for example, naasa kanang dili pa sudlon or one way siya, inandayo, kailangan sa ako.
Si Papa Vince Davao.
Kailangan sa
Ako
ako
ba
ba
sa ex-general ako?
Oh, kana.
Ito yung...
Kasi wala kailan ako ba?
Kana siya. What else? Government agencies and employees forgetting their principles. Mga mga red tag or ganang mga, as they say, pinaka-corrupt ang customs, ang DPWH, nabalag substandard, basta dako og hatag. Kana siya. Okay, what else? Hi! Every election, naka-quadri ako guys, naka 3-2.
Sure, dako kay sa amo, sure.
Logi, gusto ko mabalik sa Marawi.
5,000, sure. Mag-ilugang pa dyan kasi mas taas.
Napagi 10,000 lagi daw.
Dako kay sure.
Ang kalis ni Pepende di ba?
Zambi, ang saan na pamilya Zambi? Kana, depende rin dahil yung doubt lang, good. Di ba lang
Dako,
mag-good?
bro. Vote on your conscience ba yun?
Kaya sa kumbay na to, kanang medyo na-tipsy siya guys. Madagan daw siya pagkakuan. Madagan daw siya pagkakagawa. Di ko daw, kayo sa mga lugar. Pero may 20-20, 50-50. Siya dili, dollars. Wow! Char! Siya dili na maginana na. Daw may magsayo-sayo, rabakaan na. Din mag-host-host. Dili ko maginana. Ay, mapildig yung ka. Diba? Dapat mutulon yung ka sa imong pride kung may imong politician ko nung kay. Anyway, I think very, paano mo na siya, clear? Politics without principles. Next, we have religion without sacrifice. So, a lot of people would say they are believers, but their actions would say otherwise. A lot of people would say they love God, but then hate other people. A lot of people would say they want to be with God and yet fail to follow His commands. A lot of people say they want to go to heaven, but they're making earth and living hell. So, this is what we call hypocrites who are all facades. They say they are religious, pero kamulo na sa simbahan, unya ang mata di ay kay pangibak niya, pamanay niya.
Si Kibuloy.
Nakatapat sa simbahan siya nga. Pero gahapon siya nakatapat siya nga. Yang akambangan daw pero sa loob ko.
Lagi mo na, gapangibak.
Grabe ka bastos.
Uy, gikan ka sa simbahan, pero pagkawas, why AWA?
Manager! Bago pa lang ng visa, nabalikas na pagka-lunch.
Kaya mga gabi ni
Oh! Kasimba ka no, hay, pero pag our father kay mo tukit sa crush para mo anak. Nagsimba ka no, hay, pero sa Kristan di ang punteriya.
You're so bad.
Kundi na sa Kristan kay bless me, Father. Ay, nako. So, a lot of people will say, muna, usay, ikapuyan, ikaw ng mga religious organization. Prayer meeting daw ko nung kay pero kinang libak naman diya. Then pag uli nila, libakon pa rin yung snack na gihatag. Okay? What else? Have you seen na viral sa Facebook na kanang anak sa pastor kay ningon siya, thank you Lord for the blessings, blah blah blah, kinakapet siya Ford Raptor, and then na din nag-expose sa ilahan na unsa ka corrupt ang ilang pamilya as a religious leader. Kay kanang di ba naman din sa Bible that you give 10% of your income? That is what we call tithes. You give to God what belongs to God. You give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So si God, ang iyang ginapangayo lang is 10% of the blessings that you receive. Now, kanina church, ila daw gina-emphasize na ang imong love or faith in God will depend on how much you will give. So kung gamay imong ihatag, gamay ra kay kag pagtuo sa Ginoo. Or kung nagkasakit ka tungod kay gamay ra kay imong ihatag. So mo nang gina-force daw nila ilang members na muhatag og dagko gyud. Kung dili ka mosimba kay special mention ka, tuwan ka sa balay, namani. Uy, may religion nila na. Natuan din nila sa balay. Or special mention yun. Kaya siya, kaya simba-simba na. So, you see, nakoy history teacher, she said that if you want to become rich, it's either you create war or you create a religion. So, mga next year guys, apil na mo sa kulto ni Johanna ha. Kuan lang. 10 pesos ang entrance. Okay. Nandiyan na ako. Uy, bita. Pero itong mga, saan na siya? Mga badyaw. Mas dato pa na sa ato. Imagine, sa may 5,000 na people atong kaamulan. Sa 5,000 people, magkatagit piso-piso. So, isa ka lang na siya 5,000. Mag-beggar na ta guys. Anyway, yes, religion without sacrifice. You say you are a good Christian, pero, or a good Catholic, pero hindi ka kabalo mag-sacrifice. Hindi ka gato sa simbahan. You say you are a good Muslim, pero you do halal things.
Hoy, gagawin ba na yung baboy? Dapat sir kay mahinhin pero si Era sir kay gabihin.
Sure, tama na. Sige, papalik ko. Sige, hindi ko na-unbox na ako yung hijyon. Unsa na, sure.
Ramadan, pero nagsikreto ka o.
Never ko nag-Era. Never ko
Pero mabit, drink nila ako yung
Gani, sige siya ingon siya. Kapag mo yung break mo ang tubig. Kaya pinakatunaw na tubig.
Okay ra ka.
Next, pleasure without conscience. So, a person who is immature, greedy, selfish, and sensuous would always think like this: what's in it for me? Will this please me? Will it please me? So, a lot of people right now are pleasure-driven, meaning they do things because they find pleasure in it. To the point that they forget their responsibilities, to the point that they are willing to risk the long-term happiness for short-time na pleasure. So that's why we have wives crying sa tulfo. We have husbands abandoning or neglecting their families. We have lots of cases about infidelities. Things like that. So can you also think of other examples of pleasure without conscience aside from kabit-kabit?
Drugs.
Drugs, yes. Addiction, yes. Addiction to alcohol, addiction to drugs.
Okay ka lang naman.
Addiction to pornography. kanang man,
Parang game addiction dyan.
pwede ko na. Yes.
Para di na mo squila, chair ba?
Yan na. Skip na.
Yan lang rin.
Okay.
Sir, mga bisyo. Pahilayin niya, sir.
Na, yes. So again, anything na unahon yung pleasure, and then sacrificing what you know is right. Kabalo ka, nasayop, pero lamig daw ang sayop. Ganun siya.
Sara namin.
Wala. Porking. A man has two heads.
Right.
Oh. A stupid man will let the smaller head rule him. Okay, next. Education without character. Educating the mind without educating the heart is not education at all.
Jamag nyo.
So, basically that little knowledge is dangerous, but also someone with so many knowledge or so much knowledge is also dangerous, especially when they use it for the wrong things. Kaya ito is another example kay Einstein. Or people who are so smart, but they use their intelligence for the wrong things, like lawmakers na breadwinning sila, but they create laws with loopholes for their benefit. Or kanang mga keyboard warriors sa Facebook. Nag-graduate ko, summa cum laude. So my opinion is right. Ikaw, habang ka nag-graduate sa University of Kupong-Kupong, bubuk ka, yung mga opinion ni wrong. Ay, wrong grammar ka. So,
Grammar police.
dili mi maminaw sa imo kay wrong grammar ka. Or kanitong mga away, magawas din ng mga English na wala dito. Basta lang makagawas o kuan. English. So, again, people who may be so intelligent but they forget to develop their own character or their own morality. Ngunang education without character. People who have high IQ but very low EQ and AQ. Education without character. That's it. Other examples, guys? Wala? Klaro naman siguro?
magpa-quiz.
Ma'am?
No.
Isa?
Check ka ng gamay. Check din.
Ha?
Kaysa lugar na day.
Gamay yung isa?
Character grade doon, sir.
Gamay yung character grade. Okay, may S na character grade. Big deal na na, guys.
Wala.
Okay, questions? None? So that's it. So basically, for our long test marathon, I'm going to ask you specific examples.
Question, sir, about sa last lesson. Ano yung the rights approach, sir? Wala ko pa sa
Rights approach, itong mga different approaches, those are the common approach we use according to philosophy in thinking or in deciding what decision to make. So, ang rights approach is an approach where you feel that the correct decision is where you respect the rights of other people. Like, for example, let's use that katong mugawas ba ko or dili. So, in making a decision, you say, kinsa na rights ang akong na step on if I make this decision. Gets?
Yes, teacher.
Yes na lang. Ikaw na kay Church.
So, murag, example, kung if gibawalan ko siyang parents and buwa siya, the person steps on the person's right for authority over
Oh, like for example, if mugawas ko uban sa kong friends, I step on my parents' rights to have authority over me. That is the rights approach. Okay? Or, for example, lawmakers. Like, magtukod mi og subdivision ani na community. So if we use the rights approach, what's the right decision? Something that would respect the rights of others. Questions? None?
Sir, na factual sa LP.
Wala.
Pa.
Wala yung true or false, wala yung multiple choice. Essay lang. More of analysis and application. Okay, so please do not forget, I will remind myself